Hello and welcome back to the UK National Championships 2017. As you can see, there is plenty of paper here on our desk now, which means it's time for the top cut. We've got all the different pieces of paper that tells us everybody is in the top cut. You can see that, but yeah, we've got quite an interesting breakdown of decks.
Yes, we have. We can give you
we've got it just here.
Full breakdown. We don't have the charts just yet, but we'll give you the information. We're looking at True Draco Zoo taking up 13 slots of the top 32.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's much higher than the next highest deck, which is Pure Zodiac, which has only brought 5 of its decks from the most popular deck in the tournament into the top cut.
Yeah, just considering how top heavy the breakdown was at the start of day one, I think we've got a lot of different decks in. I know it's variations on Zoo, but
it's variations. It's again, as we said at the start of the day, it's a race car format. You're using the same parts to build the best car.
Yeah.
Paleozoic, two of those appearing in the top 32.
Yeah, one of those being Dale Hawks, who we saw in our feature match.
Yes. We have a True King Dinosaur. There's still one of those for the guys at home that are cheering for that. We've got True King Demise. There's 3 of those that have made it over. I'm quite happy to see that.
Yeah, that's Matt's pick for the event.
That's my favourite. I think the True Draco Zoo was the correct pick, but I would have played myself True King Demise because there's just generally a lot less thinking involved. Not to take away from the skill of it, but you just have to play less than 70 action turns. Like
yeah. So one player obviously watched the German nationals.
Yes, we have a Winwich invoked in the top cut. In actual fact,
Marcus Patel.
That will be our feature match. Will be Marcus Patel versus Ping Xiao. For those of you who don't remember, Ping won the YCS in Brighton many moons ago.
Yeah, a few years ago now.
Playing Dino Rabbit. It was the first tournament that deck was able to appear at.
Yeah.
And Ping took it down. And Marcus is a frequent traveller of the YCS circuit.
Oh yeah,
We've seen him around for a long time.
All over the place. Him and his brother, yeah. All over the place. And then a couple more decks at the bottom. Zombie Zoo. One Zombie Zoo. I think towards the end there's Zombie Zoo, Zombie Swans as well. I think they're all a variant on the same kind of grass is greener, please mill good cards kind of deck.
And then the surprise one that we have at the end is we got a Frog Zoo as well. Also,
yeah. If they make it through this round, we definitely need to see what's going on with that.
We'll pull the Frog Zoo over if they're still in on our next round.
Yeah. No. So what do you think? Good conversion rates from the top decks.
Yeah, it's mostly expected. There's the surprise ones is I suppose seeing that grass looks greener, and I imagine the other players when they see this will be quite nervous.
Yeah.
That those decks still manage to creep all the way in, despite many players writing it off as an unplayable strategy at this point.
Yeah.
The Zodiac has probably been hammered so hard because of the amount of flexibility you get with the True Draco Zoo variant. And for example, we saw even, I forget the guy's name, he opened so many hand traps and he tried to put as much disruption as possible in. His opponent still managed to set up a masterpiece in that. And it was like, it was so hard for the Zodiac deck to deal with that. And the True Dracos have probably just been picking apart Zoo players in a similar fashion.
Yeah. Something really interesting, I think, when it gets to this point in the tournament, I've spoken about this before, where you can build your deck to win Swiss and make it to the top cut, or you can build your deck to make it to play through the top cut. And I think that we've got a real mixture of those two types of decks here. So all those guys who are playing the True Draco Zoos and the mainstream decks, that they're kind of aiming to cover quite a lot of the bases as well as be the best deck. But there's quite a lot of these, like Zombie Swan and the Winwich Invoked, and Frog Zoo apparently, Paleozoics, all these people who are kind of going, I've built my deck to beat the best decks. So sometimes you get a bit of a shock when that happens in the top cut.
Yeah, I'm super interested to see.
I would hate to be the guy who's facing Paleozoic in this round because
you just slump in your chair and go, I thought that thing was gone, and now it's here. So it's obviously not bad.
Well, exactly. That's the terrifying part. It's like when you sit in front of an opponent in whatever round during Swiss, you can still think to yourself, okay,
that's going to happen.
This may happen, and they're not going to make it to the top cut. But when you're sat in front of someone in the top cut, it's like,
you're still here.
Why are you still here?
You were supposed to pack your bags and get out of my venue right now. But, no, you're here.
You're here, and so it's like, well, hold on. This guy's just topped nationals. That's what's just happened, and they're still playing with this rogue deck.
Yeah,
That's got to be scary.
Well, that's the thing. If you can get it through Swiss, you have a very good shot. But the problem with these rogue decks, depending on what kind of strategy you're playing, is that people would have watched your games at this point, and players have friends and they talk. And so the tricks get out of the bag during the Swiss rounds, and if you make it into the top cut, players are going to be keeping eyes on the brackets and scouting you very hard on that.
Yeah. Oh, as soon as we pinned up the standings, everyone's running around. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? You know, what's he playing?
Everyone goes through their network of little birds.
Yeah, to try and find out. Well, let's not hold off any longer. Let's have a look and see who's going to be making it through to the top 16 here.
Yeah, let's dash to it. Which is super interesting because we saw this win the German national championships. I managed to play a few games of this against you when I was playing True Kingdom Eyes, and I think it's incredibly hard to play this. But then maybe there's some stuff here that we can learn from these guys to see how it goes. If the Winwich deck does open with the Crystal Wing that can't be destroyed, it causes a huge amount of problems.
Yeah. Okay, so Ghost Ogre.
Yep. Fire Formation Tenki.
Actually, we can take
Fire Formation Tenki, he gets the Rappeteer, uses the Rappeteer to send Ram to the graveyard.
Yeah, he actually doesn't have any further extension on the hand.
Oh wow, really? That's his dead. His turn.
So.
Stone dead.
Yeah,
wow.
I think so. He does have Max C though.
Oh yeah, so he's good.
Yeah. Whereas Marcus actually will probably only special summon like once.
Ping is a player also from the store back in Bristol, Area 51.
That you used to play in.
It's that I've played in several times back when I lived around that way.
So Alistair, Meltdown is so strong. Meltdown just pays for itself immediately, and then puts some insane conditions on your opponent that they just can't respond to your stuff. It's really weird.
Yeah, it automatically gives you payoff.
Ping now actually
with the Alistair, and the Alistair then searches for the fusion spell that you need, and then you get this recurring engine where you can banish your opponent's cards.
He can't maxi because
he can't respond to the fusion card, right? If he draws, then we could have some trouble. What did he do to the Alistair?
Possibly, he may have done it sooner.
It's a little bit difficult when we don't have the...
Yeah, it's hard to tell without the audio. Yeah, actually, where has Magical Meltdown gone?
Oh, the judge just picked it up to check.
Ah, okay, he's reading it.
Oh, accidentally knocks the field. Ping getting a turn after Marcus summoning the Earth Invoked monster. Which one's the Earth Invoked? What was the name of that card? I remember everything about it except for its name.
I think that is Malajalina. I think. Let me double check.
Yeah, it's M something. I remember it's a 3,000 attack Earth monster.
Yeah, 3,000 attack.
Actually, really interestingly, Marcus has already taken the Zugiek Rapier out of the game, so that nonsense is going to be shut down.
Yeah, actually, I was wrong about the Meltdown. It was because it's only when you summon a monster that they can't activate.
Oh, they can still respond to the fusion spell?
Yeah, they just can't negate the fusion spell. Yeah, my bad.
And we're going to see Alistair coming back, and another fusion spell coming up. Really interesting with the invoked archetype is the way that they can keep recurring the fusion spell.
Yeah, forever. Literally forever.
Every turn they can deploy a fusion monster.
Yeah.
And they're also stripping your opponent's graveyard as well to pay for the materials.
Yeah, and it kind of sounds a little weird, but like you are removing the necessity to have multiple normal summons. So that will be Purgatrio.
Purgatrio.
I think that's no, that might not be Purgatrio.
No, Purgatrio is the dark one.
The fire one.
Oh, fire.
Yeah. So Mechaba is the one that we're looking at.
Mechaba.
Yes. Magia Lancia is the Earth one. So the light one.
It has negation attached to it as long as you can discard the same card.
What's that? What's the card? The trap card? The TCG exclusive one? Ultimate Providence. It's Ultimate Providence on legs. So once during either player's turn, when a spell / trap or monster effect is activated, you could send the same type spell, monster, trap from your hand to the graveyard and negate the activation. If you do banish it, that's even better than Ultimate Providence. Unfortunately, Ultimate Providence has got some even more awesome combinations with Guiding Ariadne. You just don't have to discard.
And yeah, he's just going to attack in. The Whiptail is going to banish
Mechaba.
And double Alistair can be discarded to allow the Earth invoked. Sorry, what was the name again? To attack for 5,000 damage.
Yeah, Magilancia.
Magilancia coming in for 5,000, so he just
that's a big chunk.
Punches a hole straight through Ping Zhao.
Yeah, wow, that's the first time I think we've seen Ghost Ogre. So the Ghost Ogre from Patel really made such a huge
It did there because
impact.
Ping's turn got stone cold just shut down in that case. He didn't have any
absolutely.
kind of follow-up. No Terratops, no True King nonsense. So that really paid off, and then Marcus was just like, I've got a giant rock, and it's going to hit you.
Yeah.
There's little else you can do about it. So Ping falling behind on a slow hand.
No, I thought that initially that he was playing more cards, but Marcus is actually playing 40 cards. He just smoke screened, so he could put his entire side deck into his main deck while he was.
And then he'll just take 15 out, so you have no idea what he actually sided.
Yeah, the number of cards. Common strategy.
Super sneaky.
Yeah. Somebody blowing their nose next door.
Looking in side decks, we've got Drawn Lock for Marcus. We've got Drawn Lockbirds, Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, some Kaijus, Flying Seas. Yeah, he's pretty well set up for this match against Ping.
Yeah.
He's got so much that he can actually bring in to disrupt him. I imagine he might consider leaving the Kaijus out because he doesn't know his opponent's playing the True Kings side of it. Or maybe he just brings those in because he's going second and he's going to just throw it over a Dryden anyway.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's in a good position if he brings it in and he gets to keep the Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, clean up the large fields as well.
Yeah.
Ping, on the other hand, Anti-Spell Fragrances, Microcosmos, Necrovalley, Needle Ceilings. Interesting.
Microcosmos as well, that's interesting.
Yeah, he does have a Microcosmos. Retaliating Sea could be massive here because the Invoked deck is playing so many fusion cards.
Well, yeah, I guess Invocation would get banished, so you wouldn't get the added...
You'd start getting the Alistairs removed from the game very quickly.
Yeah.
There's also Macrocosmos as well for denying the graveyard part of the fusion summon.
Yeah.
And Ping gets the setup first.
It's actually started raining very heavily here in Manchester, so as we are in an aircraft hangar, you can hear the rain on the roof.
Oh, can you hear it through the stream? I'm pretty sorry about that, guys, if you can.
I don't know if they can.
Unfortunately, I don't control the weather.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's much we can do about that.
It was a dark and stormy night in Manchester. The top 32 Wind Witches versus Zodiac, True Draco. And we're going to see the hands being drawn again.
Let's take a look. So, just loading in here. Those playmats are so cool. These guys at this point are guaranteed one of these playmats.
Oh, someone accidentally tapped the camera.
I think that may just be how windy it is.
Inside?
Yeah, the building's shaking.
Ugh, I don't buy that. Okay, we're going to see Terratop start.
Okay. Yeah, so double Terratop, Whiptail, Fusion Substitute, and 5 Formation Tenki.
Okay, so Ping's got quite a lot of stuff. Did Marcus open any hand traps? Yes, he
Ash
did.
and
Max
C.
C. So he's going to be able to hard shut down double terraforming as well, and an Alistair.
Wow. Wow, yeah, he's got double terraforming, so he can go get Magical Meltdown.
Yeah, so now Ping's probably considering just making the least painful driving he can.
Yeah. Marcus, yeah, is kind of saying, can you special summon, please, so I can draw my card? What does he draw?
He hides it from us. He knew we were trying to pay attention.
Yeah. Hides it away. So he's still got his full 5 cards here. What's he? Oh, okay. I was really confused then, because his fusion deck, I guess, with the amount of fusions in there, his extra deck is.
I haven't heard it called that in a very long time. In fact, that's probably before you were even playing, right?
No.
You played back when it was called a fusion deck?
I was playing when we only had OCG cards in the UK.
Huh, I didn't realise it was that long.
Yeah.
Time flies.
We had we used to have translation sheets where we would sit and play with translation sheets. Not that we needed them back then because there was very much text, but we didn't really know what Regeki did.
Goblin Attack Force. This card's amazing. What do you mean it goes to defense mode?
Yeah, exactly. It looked great when you just
had a 2300 attack normal monster. Yeah. Marcus drew Flying Sea. So I imagine Ping. Yep. Here, hold my kaiju.
Dog Rian.
This is going really well for Marcus.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're going to see Crystal Wing combo.
Yeah, so that is Wind Witch Ice Bell. He's going to go and get Glass Bell, and then Snowball. Snowball. Looks like a snowball.
It's like throwing a snowball at your opponent.
Yeah.
It's just a giant, shiny, see-through, gains tons of attack, negates all your cards, can't be destroyed snowball. Well, I kind of thrown a brick in a snowball fight, to be honest.
Yeah.
The guy who does that's a jerk, by the way.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Ping's trying to understand the Wind Witch combo here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ping would have been prepared for this.
Yeah. Surprising that Marcus is shuffling, because he's going to go back in a second. So he takes 500. That's for summoning, that's just a summoning Ice Bell. And then Glass Bell's effect goes and gets the Snowbell. There you go. Very shiny. Then Snowbell gets summoned as well. And then we're going to see some Synchro plays. This does, however, restrict Marcus to only summoning wind monsters.
Level 5 or higher. Synchro wind monsters. Yep, so we're going to see Crystal Wing being summoned. And here we go, the undestroyable Crystal Wing. This causes a ton of problems when deployed on the first turn. It's actually very hard for the true Dracos to get over it because they're not going to beat it in battle. They can't just remove it with any of their disruption. Of course, there's always the Kaiju out, but I'm not sure. Ping doesn't have a Kaiju in sight on his deck list. So it'd be interesting to see how he gets over this. I mean, one way he could considerably do this is if he has to diagram the Masterpiece with traps and monsters on the tributes. Basically not spells. that it's immune to. And then you kind of have to solemn strike the Crystal Wing in the damage step to negate the effect. You can't destroy it, but then your guy actually beats up the Crystal Wing.
Yeah.
But there is no solemn strike in Ping's deck. I don't know he has an... Oh wait, he does have Kaijus. My mistake. I don't know if he has an out to this. He's going to have to get pretty lucky, or he'll show us.
So invocation, summon Rajin.
It's just wind monsters. It's a restriction, right? Level 5 or higher wind monsters.
Yeah, you're only allowed to summon wind monsters at that point. Yeah, special summon. You only have to special summon. And he shoves the invocation back in to put Alistair back in hand. It's a crazy good combo, especially if you got magical meltdown that's protecting stuff as well.
Yeah, so he has effect negation, and he has a Book of Moon effect to use at any point during his turn. And he has a follow-up of the Alistair to then search for the
Crystal Wing
fusion spell.
Can negate anything if necessary too.
Yeah, Crystal Wing's great.
I love it when people attack in such a gentle way.
Oh, he has double Alistair to pump through quite a bit of damage, adding 2,000 attack to the 2,400 attacks. That's 44, and then Crystal Wing is going to get a 3,000 shot in.
Yeah, wow.
Did he activate the effect then negated with Crystal Wing? Because he increases the attack by a monster he destroys with it, then gains attack when attacking.
That is so
just
clever.
Runs him straight over.
That is so clever.
Yeah, I forgot Crystal Wing gained the additional attack if it negates the effect and destroys the monster.
Wow.
That was
really clever.
Yugo stuff right there.
Wow.
Well played, Marcus. He just giant rock monster, giant shiny dragon monster, and it's enough to get him there. He just flat out overpowers Ping. Unfortunately, puts former YCS champion out of the tournament at this point.
Yeah, well, we can see why Marcus is clearly doing this well with his deck.
Yeah, well, first of all, his deck doesn't make 200-step combos.
Yeah, exactly.
He just says, I've got the bigger guy. He's aggressively using those Alistairs for the attack bonuses as well, which is really, really good, because it just lets him speed up games. When he's in control, he just wants to end the game immediately. He doesn't want to go against the long recycling and these very, very, very powerful combos of Zodiac. He just wants to get the game over and done with.
Yeah, absolutely. That was amazing. That was amazing to see that combo played to its fullest.
Yeah, just so fast. He just runs over Ping. Ping, granted, game 1, he got stumbled by the Ghost Ogre, had no follow-ups with no Terror Tops and stuff. Then game 2, he did get a bit of a setup, but runs into a Max C problem. Decides to play carefully. Gets caught by a Kaiju, and then straight through the Wind Witch combo.
Yeah. Wow, that was amazing. Okay, so one of our kind of outsider decks, being the Wind Witch Invoke, stays in. As we were talking about earlier, it's these decks that are made to beat what is good in the meta. If
it gets here, it's where it's at its strongest in theory.
Yeah, exactly. Right, I think we're going to try and get Marcus in and have a chat with him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that match was pretty quick. So don't go anywhere. We're going to have our feature match winner in just a few moments. Catch you guys soon.